am so honored to introduce the next president of the United States, Senator Kamala Harris.
President Biden will briefly transfer power to Vice President Kamala Harris today.
Now, when President Harris and I took a virtual tour of a vaccination center in Arizona not long ago. Now, when President Harris and I
as he'll be under anaesthetic for what's being described as a routine colonoscopy. The White House says the procedure is part of the president's annual medical checkup. Our correspondent Joe Pike is live in Washington for us. So acting President Kamala Harris then, Joe.
Exactly, Sarah. That in itself is historic. The first time, I believe, that we've had a female US president, albeit very briefly.
I took it to instill public confidence in the vaccine. President-elect Harris took hers today for the same reason. President-elect Harris.
Joe Biden is due to head off this morning, US time, to the Walter Reed Medical Center, about half an hour outside Washington, probably a little bit quicker if you're traveling as president. That is the same place where President Trump stayed for a few days last year when he tested positive for COVID-19. Now, we know that Joe Biden is, of course, the oldest man to serve as president. He is 78. He turns 79 tomorrow. And just before he became president, his doctor did tell us that he was fit to serve in that role, but was being treated for a number of conditions: non-valvular atrial fibrillation, high cholesterol, gastroesophageal reflux and seasonal allergies. This means, as I say, that Kamala Harris, his vice president, will be in charge. Kamala Harris, his vice president, will be in charge.
If I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Power will be transferred to her for a brief period.
Harris-Biden administration is going to relaunch that effort. Harris-Biden administration.
And what made it worse is she said the same thing.
You need to make sure you have a president in the White House who actually sees you, who understands your needs, who understands the dignity of your work, and who has your back. A Harris administration together with Joe Biden.
And because of that, she will be working from her office in the West Wing, close to the centre of power at this key time. And the White House are very keen to make it clear this is a process set out in the Constitution, and this has happened many times before. They point certainly to the presidency of George W. Bush. He underwent the same procedure in 2002 and in 2007. It comes as at the same point as President Biden is trying to get a key bit of legislation, his Build Back Better bill, through the House of Representatives, this key social policy and climate change, a bit of legislation which some argue is at the heart of his presidency. But of course, he will not be able to make calls to persuade politicians, lawmakers, as they say here, to back it. Kamala Harris maybe, but she'll probably have her eyes on a few things as well, as she will be serving as president. She will be serving as president.
And I am Kamala's running mate. You all think I'm kidding, don't you?
So he will be undergoing that routine medical this morning, including a routine colonoscopy under anaesthetic. And the White House, Sarah, have told us we will get a written summary from them as to his medical condition later today. His medical condition later today.